Hi, I'm Sunnie Harmon with Lobby SC, a pro-business government relations firm based here in South Carolina. Going to get you caught up on what happened week 6 at the South Carolina State House. We are 1/3 of the way through the legislative session, and a lot of talk about income tax cuts this week and tax relief in general. The House and the governor came out with a plan earlier this week to reduce our top income tax bracket from 7% to 6.5%, and then the 4th, 5th, and 6 percenters down to 3%. And then over on the Senate side, Senator Harvey Peeler, new Senate Finance Chairman, introduced a bill that would, for this year, give a $1 billion tax rebate back to taxpayers across the state of South Carolina. And then it would also reduce the top rate from 7% to 5.7%, and then reduce the manufacturing property taxes by 33%, and then also exempt military retirement income from income tax. So two big issues there. So I think it's safe to say we'll see some type of income tax relief this year in South Carolina. Then the House and the Senate both passed their forms of ARPA funds and what they want to see there. Very similar, but there's some differences there. So we expect that to probably end up in a conference committee eventually. And then the Savannah Riverside settlement, $525 million that we talked about last week, that passed out of the Senate this week. And then another big bill that is moving is House Bill 3126. It was heard in a Senate Finance Special Committee earlier in the week, and it deals with vaccine mandates. And I'll only talk about the private employer piece, but there's other pieces a part of it as well. But basically what that would say is if an employer is going to fire an employee due to their COVID-19 vaccination status, or reduce their compensation, or suspend them, then that employer is going to have to pay a much higher unemployment insurance tax for its employees. So they would immediately go to the Tier 20 penalty tier of the SUTA tax rate structure, and that rate right now is around $764 per employee per year, times 10 is the penalty. So that can get really very expensive. So you're looking at $7,600 per employee per year, and that would be in effect for 4 years for employers if they do decide to penalize their employers due to their vaccination status. So, but one good thing too in that bill is that it reauthorizes the COVID-19 Liability Immunity Act that expired just last month or 2 months ago at the end of last year. So it would reauthorize that until the end of 2023. So lots happening at the South Carolina State House this week. To learn more or to contact us directly, you can visit lobbysc.com. Thanks for tuning in.